think every artist goes through a point where they finish loads of works and they know they need to varnish them, they need to photograph them, and they put it off so much. So today I'm going to be finishing up with these paintings that I have created over the last couple of weeks. They're all dry and ready to go, and I just need to photograph them before I can varnish them, and then they will be complete. This one was a commission that I did a couple weeks ago, and it was of Gandalf playing the guitar, and that was a really fun commission. I don't usually take on commissions like that, but it was very fun to do, and because I am a massive Lord of the Rings fan, I had to go for it and try to paint that for a client. So that was really fun. And here I'm just setting up the tripod and making sure the camera is fully straight down, looking at the painting. And what I'm simply doing is taking a picture of about 9 segments of the painting. So you can see I'm moving it around and taking a picture. I've put it on a timer so I don't have any camera shake. So as you can see, I step away, let it take the picture, and then I move the painting, and then I continue until I have a decent amount of images, and then in Photoshop I can then stitch them all together. With this small painting I don't really need to do that, so I just took one picture and it was good to go. Now that I'm happy with the pictures, I load up Photoshop and I go on to File, Automate, and then Photo Merge, and this does my job for me. It merges all the photos that we took of the painting together, and then I do a simple crop and I make sure everything's in line and is straight and good to go, and then it's just a matter of editing, and I repeat this process until all of the paintings are complete. And I'm really happy with the quality of this way of taking pictures of your work. I definitely can make prints of this really easily, and the quality will remain super high. Now that the paintings have been photographed and the photos have been edited, we're good to go to finish up with the painting by adding a nice coat of protection. So I'm using Dorland's wax medium for the Gandalf painting, and this is because I want a nice matte finish. I'm just applying it with a paper towel. As you can see, I've used a generous amount of wax, and I'm simply applying it to the canvas and just rubbing it in pretty much, not too hard, just very lightly. And as you can see, the wax is starting to kind of dissipate into the canvas, and it's kind of soaking up, and it's leaving a very nice matte finish. Once the wax was applied on the canvas, I used a nice soft brush and I simply smoothed out some of the texture that came along with using the paper towel, and I'm just lightly rubbing the brush over it, and it creates a really nice clean finish that is very matte, and the colors just look great once you apply the wax. So I definitely recommend trying to use a bit of wax to finish your paintings. And if you want something a little glossier, use Gamvar Gloss, and this is my favorite varnish of them all. I apply a small little bit to my brush. I'm not going crazy, I'm not applying it straight onto the painting, and because this is an oil painting, sometimes when it dries it actually can be glossy in areas and a little dull in others. So applying the varnish can create a very nice consistent sheen throughout the painting. And I did a tutorial on this a few weeks ago, and if you are interested, I will have it linked in this video so that you can check it out. and I absolutely love this part of the process. I like to take my time, and I can see how the vivid colours can come out, and I think that is definitely a pro with varnishing your painting. It protects it, and it also brings out the colours, which is so nice. I think as an artist you experiment with different types of finishes to your paintings, and it's taken me a while to really feel like I've got a good grip and good understanding to finishing my paintings, as it just takes time, and it's okay if you're trying to figure out certain mediums or certain varnishes that work for you. I know there's so many out there and it can get confusing, so just finding your one, taking your time. This is something that I've definitely started to appreciate now that I am taking my time with every step of the process, and I think the varnishing part of the process, or the finishing part of the process, is just as important as painting. I think you need to honour the painting by applying a protective coat to ensure that the painting will stand the test of time. So that's it, guys. Which one of these paintings do you like the most? They're very different, and this is something that I'm trying to push my work further. So what you're seeing is very different paintings right now, and maybe they're not as consistent as they could be, but I'm trying to just push myself in a direction where I have covered as many things as I can, so that one day I can look back and assess which ones I like. This is a part of the process where I'm developing my style, and I'm taking things of which I like in certain paintings, and I'm going to eventually evolve that into a new style. Any artist is trying to create something unique and a style that is something that reflects their own. So I'm trying to do that here, and it's coming out in different ways and different forms, and I'm appreciating every part of the process, and I can't wait to create more works similar to this, and also very different to this, because it's only going to push my work further in the future. But thank you guys. I appreciate if you have watched this, and subscribe if you haven't yet.